Hey y'all, what's going on? I am here to discuss Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 17, which just so happens to be the reunion part 2. And as promised last week, I am joined by a very special guest, my beloved good sis, California Cutie. Here we are, y'all. Here we are. We told y'all we was gonna come back, and here we are. So, yes, claps.
Here for the mess.
Yes.
Clocking the tea.
Yeah. All of the above. This part 2, it did not disappoint me at all. I think I liked it even more than the first part, which I guess that's to be assumed, of course, because it's a build-up. Obviously, they can't give us every good thing on the first part. There has to be, a build-up. So I'm more than satisfied. I plan on saying a slew of disparaging things about a couple people, and no will be barred on that. No expenses will be spared because Simone wants to talk about karma. This is the karma that she's getting for talking crazy and being foul AF. But before we get into all that, y'all, you already know we need y'all to do a couple of things, which include liking the video. Yes, like the video on both of our channels because we are streaming from both of our channels. Also, if you're, catching this on X, make sure you come on over here to YouTube and hit the like button, hit the subscription button on both of our channels, hit the notification bell, drop us a comment or 1 or 2 or 3 or however many you want to drop. We will be sure to respond and share us with all of your folks. That's pretty much everything that we need. Nothing more, nothing less. Y'all already know. And who do we have in the chat? What's going on, Kins? Hi.
Kins.
Hey, Christine. Hi, gorgeous queens. And happy y'all are magnificent, marvelous, and beautiful queens. Love y'all. Oh, we love you right back. So sweet. Very much appreciated. You guys are coming into the room, then, of course, drop us a chat or drop us a comment in the live chat, I should say. If you're watching in the bushes, come on out of the bushes. We love to, talk to you guys and hear your thoughts on the episode. And we love to hear your opinions, even if they are opposite of our opinions. Everybody, is entitled to their opinions as long as you keep it cute, of course, and respectful. We can have a good conversation. So, yeah. What say you?
I'm always down for keeping it cute. You see my name. I'm always trying to keep it cute at all times. I agree. I thought this was the build-up was coming. It was, it was getting there. The first episode or part 1 was, it didn't disappoint. It wasn't like nothing wow about it. It wasn't like, oh wow, you know what I mean? But it wasn't inflated. No, deflated. It wasn't that bad. But the build up to part 2, yeah, it was good. And I like the way they ended it too. Which means how we start part 3 will be good. You know what I mean? I love that. I love the fact that we are building up. If we're gonna do 3 parts, we need to have it build up.
I feel like we need an extended part 3 now because I just feel like there's not going to be enough time to get to everything that I want to address and for people to really get drugged properly. I don't know how they're going to fit it into 60 minutes, really 42 minutes with commercials and all that, of course. So we just got to see y'all. And Christine, well, we have our Cash App scrolling along the bottom. If you wanted to send a monetary donation that way, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for even asking that and thinking of us in that way. We definitely appreciate that. And it's sunny and 80 degrees here. Yes, my family back in Jersey, it was really warm this past weekend, they said. So y'all know that around this time of the year it could go one of two ways, but I feel like the weather that has been happening back home. It's like every region is like experiencing another region's, I feel like, weather, like, and that just speaks to climate change and global warming and all of that. But enjoy it. Enjoy the 80 degrees because it's actually kind of rainy here today, surprisingly enough. We always need the rain though, so I can't complain. But I do love me some sunshine, so I'm living vicariously through you right now.
Yeah. We're not getting any rain, but the clouds, I can see the clouds that were coming in for you guys. Well, not you, where you at, but in LA, I'm above LA, so the clouds are like not, they're like but eye level with me to go down the hill. So yeah, the sun is not out. Like I'm sitting in my room, sitting up in my room. Oh, y'all don't want me to sing because I can't sing. But anyway, there's no sun. It's daylight out here, but there's no sun. But there's no rain where I'm at. So my sis, where she's at, she's getting a good little bit of rain. I think it's gonna dissipate after today. It's not gonna be around long. So they said on the news.
Because my hair is about to be out after tomorrow, and I don't have time for that. So
Come on, hair out.
I just need it to happen.
Yeah. Hi, too feisty.
Yeah. And sending warm and sunshine to East Coast. Yes, yes, yes. I don't care for sweet tea. What is a, how do you say, what's beyond dislike? Like, but I can't quite say I hate her because I feel like you still reserve that for people that you like cross paths with. I'm somewhere in that range. Right before despise.
Wow.
Dislike to the highest power. Like, I don't know what it is, but yes, I feel that way.
She's a mess. I won't even say she's a mess. What makes me mad is like she is just really taking up. Sorry, y'all. I put my nose ring in, so it's like my nose is just keeps tickling. So I keep touching it, and it's getting on my nerve. Like, because it's not one I will really wear. I like little bitty studs. I like them real tiny and just a little stud. But this one is a cross. And so it just it's sitting on my nose a certain kind of way. So it's doing, so if y'all see me touching my nose, I don't do cola. Like that's not my thing. I don't, because I know they say they touch their nose a lot. That's not me.
I told you, whenever like I'm up here, sometimes my nose like will start itching just from me like talking a lot and moving my face. So I hope people don't be thinking I be doing snorting lines, because I definitely don't.
No. Yeah.
She wears like the baby earrings instead of like the actual nose rings, because those are really small too. That's always up.
Well, the thing with them being small, one of my nose is narrow too. Like it's narrow. The whole nose is just narrow, and that's something that some people, maybe I should be a model for the nose that people should be getting, because some people are coming out like LaToya Jackson. That's on another show. I'm just saying, but the inside is small. The inside of my nose, this part is small too. So I have to cut the nose ring or buy a bent one. I don't really like the bent one because my nose is so small. You see that in my nose. So
yeah,
stupidity. But I say that to say, if y'all do see me doing it, that's not what I do. Like, I'm a Mary Jane girl. Okay, so be clear. I don't. That's not one thing. I don't. I drink Coca-Cola. That's it. That's it.
I want to like, let me not say that. I can't even say what I want to do because it's
I don't even think I made my point either. But my point was to say that with Sweet Tea, I think she's caught up in this because she has the age gap thing. I think she's caught up in trying to, and it's not being submissive, but trying to show up for the cameras that her husband, like they in this good relationship. They're, they talk, they're good. And so I think it's coming across like that's why she's trying to snap at quiet. Like, you thinking about my man and all this other stuff. Like, oh no. Nobody really is thinking about him. I really want to know who thought to bring y'all both back on the show. Like, who did that? Let's bring that person out to the front. Can you step to the front, please? Because
is that a
asked for this? What'd you think?
I said, is that a rhetorical question? Or are you serious?
No, I'm both. I really want to know who brought them up because literally to think that Quad was thinking about Greg is crazy in itself. Like literally. Like, come on,
I mean,
girl.
we know who it's not a secret at this point who windmilled for them to be on the show.
Oh yeah, now yeah, you're right. When we got to the end,
Heavenly is the only person that has apologized for it and showed remorse for it. Um, and I just, if I ever start speaking the way that Sweet Tea does, y'all, please put me in a padded room and put a straight jacket on me immediately. Give me a lobotomy, something, because the level of delusion and insanity that she displays on the TV screen and on the computer phone screen, YouTube, y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's just next level to me, for somebody to really sit here and express out of their own faces or face that somebody, the next person, is jealous of them when they literally were in your shoes and quite frankly didn't need to come up out them if they didn't want to come out them. Let's be clear. She left him, he didn't leave her. She would still he would still be with her if she wanted that. So for you to just spew the craziest things out of your mouth time and time again. Is she related to Kanye West? Something must be going on, because it's not clicking. So
yeah,
yeah.
she's different. She's definitely different. But I can't wait to get into how different. How different is she? Let's get into that.
And and the only other person I dislike more than her is this person right here that you're saying that you wish would get laryngitis. Um, yeah, I
Snake.
can't do
Her
it.
name should be Snake Moan. Not
I can't
Simone.
do it.
Snake Moan.
I cannot do it with either of them, and that's exactly why they are on an island together cooking meals in Quad's old kitchen. So yeah, there's that. Lieutenant Simone Teeth Titans. I have a family in the Laguna Hills and Tony song. It never rains in Southern California. Oh, just kidding. I learned that real fast. When I first came here in 2015, it was raining. So I knew right off the bat something, y'all lied to me, because that
Well,
is
you're not in Southern California. I mean, you are. I'm sorry, you are, but you're at the bottom. I'm sorry, you're at the you're on the coast, so the coast is always gonna be like a little more grayer.
really.
Yeah, like literally, like where you are, it's kind of the weather does have a gray, and not is not as gray as Seattle or about up north, but
Look,
you guys get a lot of gray until it gets hot.
that it's
So
that the green
I get
layer.
June gloom. Y'all get June gloom, marine layer all day, all the time. So that's why y'all it isn't. That's why it's nice to be there if you're gonna live in Southern California because we stay warm all the time. It's a little cooler, nice breeze.
If we could vote one person off, who would y'all vote off? Simone.
You
I
dang.
did. I
I was gonna say Sweet Tea, but I do want to. I actually like literally. Yeah, I would vote Simona because she thinks that she is running something. Like she's the girl walking around. Remember back in the day when you used to have to want to fight somebody. Barb, this was before your time, but it still might have still applied, and you've probably seen it before. You would take your shoulder and you'll walk around in a circle until somebody bumped your shoulder so that you can push them. So now y'all can go scrap. It always is something, and it's just you just your both of y'all shoulders are touched, and y'all would walk like literally in a circle, like and people be walking, oh, they about to fight, that was like a sign. Like, and I feel like Simone is walking around waiting for uh Quad to do that with her. Quad is like a deer in headlights. Where's all this animosity coming from? You've been like this for a long time, girl. Why do you have such animosity for me? And we don't want to say it's jealousy, of course, because Simone don't live no bad life, but it's like, girl,
Doesn't
what
mean
is
that you can't be jealous. So that's the thing. Like people can be very like someone could not have, you know, a pot to piss in, but if their spirit, if their energy is just that great, like if they're a likable person, there's things that a person will be jealous of if they have freedoms that that other person doesn't have because they're sitting here raising three grown ass men.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I said three, not two.
Goodbye.
Okay. Then there's a lot to be, you know, there's a lot to be desired on the reverse, the flip side. If the fans like are really just eating up what this person is doing, and
Mhm.
you know, you feel as though they had all the odds stacked against them, but they still turned out to be, you know, the fan favorite, to be successful, to have like a great following. There's a lot to be jealous of there. There's a lot of stuff that is that a person could be jealous of in that
What
regard. And I feel like I can't see it differently until she comes out her face and says something to really clarify why she's coming the way she's coming all the time at Quad, Simone, that is. I can't attribute it to anything else.
because
Jealousy
yeah,
somewhere down.
because even her husband don't even her husband cares for Quad. Like he likes Quad. Like,
And that
they're cool.
burns her up too, probably. It's
Probably
just
her. Mm.
she
I,
just has.
I I was thinking to myself, Quad, you should go find Tammy since we bringing on who we want to bring on. I can bring on who I want to. Okay, girl. Keep that same energy. Let me go find somebody to bring on.
Exactly what I would do after you said, we'll get to all this, y'all. We
Yes. Hey, Colette.
married to, hey, Colette, married to, yep, that part. We would never let you. Next time from Philly to Cali, Cutiee, come pick me up, please, at the airport. Yeah, I mean, I just had to let it be known because that, again, that level of just delusion is beyond me. Why would Quad tell any of them about her relationship with King? Shake my head. It's a reach. Simone stay reaching because she don't want spotlight on her marriage and or her family issues. Maybe that I believe that too, probably. I don't know if I was Quad. I don't think I would go to Dr. Jackie, things, shake my head. No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't. I would not screw with any of them once the cameras go off. Like I personally wouldn't, but that's just me. I
Ain't
think
that how she been doing? Never mind.
ain't that how they all be doing? Because none of them really do hang out like that, except for Quad and Heavenly. And I mean, I do think that
Simone and Jackie probably do still hang out though.
no, I don't think so.
You don't think they hang out at all? They
Not
only go to lunch on the TV screen is what you're telling
yeah, probably. I don't even.
me.
They probably don't have. I'm about to look up their offices. They probably on two total different sides of the city. Like, I mean, I would think that just from a business standpoint, I would assume so anyway.
It would make more sense.
Because yeah, that would be direct competition then. Simone's
Right.
looks out for Quad, and Simone is jealous, and Quad has a genuine spirit that Simone wish she had. All of this, y'all. I feel like all of this comes into play. I think Simone is jealous of Quad, how beautiful she is. Remember when Simone's husband invited Quad to their free?
That's what I'm saying.
She was pissed.
All
Pissed is
right.
an statement, but let's y'all. Again, make sure you're liking the video. So as Contessa and Heavenly are beginning to go back and forth, Contessa's like, you seem like a miserable person. And Heavenly responds by saying, your titties are way over here. Please don't talk about me when you have botched surgery. We already have to stop right there. How do we feel about that, y'all? Do you feel like that was unwarranted? Do you feel like that was mean? Is this another reason for us to jump on Heavenly and say that she's unhinged and needs to be removed from the show because she talks carelessly?
No, because Heavenly been over there. She's trying to hold her composure on the stuff that she really want to say, and I think she does that. I know she said stuff on YouTube and she lets loose for us here in these streets, but when it comes to like to me, I felt like she was sitting there trying to hold it together. Like trying to calm herself down, trying to like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. And sometimes she can't help it. She's telling her truth. The fact is, I said the same thing. I did not like the way Contessa's chest plate look, her chest plate look. Now I'm not talking about the boobs. Now I remember when Contessa got those boobs done, and they told her, "Girl, you should have got them bigger because." And at that time, Contessa was thicker than she is now. Of course, that was before she started weight training and stuff. But she was still fine, because she was running to the office. Remember when she was running to the office, child? Fine, like body, like that chicken cow, okay. And so then she had just got her breast done, and I almost want to say it was Heavenly that said, "Girl, you could have got them a little bit bigger." And she was like, "I just want to stay. I want them to look natural." So with that being said, I'm almost knowing, you know, that it came from a place like, I already said this to you before we even got into it, and let me reiterate it, that your boobs just run away from each other, and maybe you should have put a bra together that closed that part up, because literally that's the like, even with Dr. Jackie, she had the little tube thing on, and then the little thing, it didn't even show her little part right there so much. So I'm just saying, it was kind of factual, and when facts are in the midst of you reading, it's hard to say. Like, and let's be clear, it's all fair. Like, we are arguing, or I don't like you, or we're not cool right now. If I got something smart to say, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna really hold on. I'm not gonna think about your feelings, and that's what I'm sorry is for.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, but I don't feel a way about that. Um, and because it's just like Heavenly says things to just get like to get them up off of her, because they just be like saying stuff, I feel like. And no, do I agree with everything she says all the time? Absolutely not. I don't agree with anything that everybody says 100% of the time. That's just impossible. But I think in that moment, and shout outs to our good cousin Ranting with Ricardo, because y'all know I don't really try to engage in people's content before I come to you with my stuff, but got to show my fam support and everything. And this morning when she was discussing the episode on her channel, she brought up the fact that we have to remember that this was an elective procedure that Contessa got done.
Oh,
So
that's right.
I feel like it kind of hits differently if that's the case. Like, yes, she did it like in a preventatively, because that is something that took her mother's life, if I'm not mistaken, right? And that's happened in her life, so she did that to prevent any cancers or anything happening in the future. So I feel like it would be different if that was as a result of her actually having, it done because she had to, because she was actually ill or whatever. And then she also brought up how like Contessa does this thing with her voice, and I just feel like she tries to flip the script. And I feel like we've seen her all season keep things going, and I don't feel like Heavenly has really hung her neck out there to come at Contessa first. I feel like Contessa just keeps as Too Feisty said, Contessa keeps sending for her. So it's just like, you just gonna keep coming. So let me just put a stop to this now and just let you know that you need to check yourself before you ever come at me crazy. And I didn't feel a way about it. I definitely was like, oh my God. Didn't expect her to say it, of course, but it was just like,
Heavenly thinks out loud.
you
She's
just
an
got
out loud thinker. She sometimes, and it's so funny because she will even say that. Jesus, did I say that out loud? Oh God, I didn't really mean it. Like literally, like Heavenly's harmless, but she's harmless because we know her character, we know how she is. Now, like Andy gonna say too, like when you shit on me and you coming for me, I might feel differently. It might hit a little different. And so with that, she might find somebody that's gonna spawn. How you say it when you're talking to somebody? Spawn with them. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so she likes that. Some people need that on their screens. They need somebody to pick with. They need that, back and forth. And Contessa and Heavenly kind of have that. And it makes for good television. The problem is Contessa wants to be a victim every time. I need her to stop doing that. You can't hit me and then hide your hand. Or you can't, I hit you, you hit me, and then you go tell. What? Like,
Because
we
because
don't
I hit
hit each other. Shut
that.
up. Yeah. You can't do that. You gotta, it's like, it's like they say, all fair and love and war, but at the same time, like literally, come on, girl. You're grown up. You know how it works. Hi, my baby, the most beautiful baby in the world. Hi, my nanny cakes.
Tired of having running in her mouth, but then we're all saying, I feel like it's the other way around, Christine. Like, unless you literally mean on the season when Contessa came at Heavenly and said square up ho, and Heavenly was backtracking because at the same time Heavenly lets it be known, she's always let it be known that she's not nobody's fighter.
She's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, she's always that. I feel like when just because again, yeah, she's better with her words and her reads and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what to tell. Like, we're just gonna keep having this battle every single season with folks. I don't know what else to tell people. I'm not even a big fan of Dr. Contessa, but Heavenly goes below the belt too much, goes too far. That's probably why Heavenly and Jackie are friends, because they're just so like. I feel like, and even in this case though, what did Contessa say? Contessa brought up the Damon cheating rumors and stuff like that or whatever. So again, we can't compare, like we can't compare the two. Like, if you're coming at me and saying that whatever you're saying is super foul, like maybe Heavenly in this case took what Contessa was saying as super foul. So then she, responded with something else that was foul. Like, we already know, and I feel like I've said that so many times this season, that Heavenly, we know she don't play about her family, she don't play about Damon, whatever. So again, if you come for her in those ways, she's more than likely gonna come at you with something that you don't want to hear either, because she holds that in high regard. I feel like that's
go ahead. I don't I don't understand how Contessa acts like she's not doing anything. I don't care how low somebody gets. Like, you are literally, you said you heard that Damon has some white woman baby, or some that's very damaging to anybody. Let's be clear. Now, my problem with Contessa is that she's trying to tell everybody that I don't believe, everything, our whole friendship is, I don't believe in the whole friendship now. Like, bro, you just said some things. Like, you said something, and you've been holding on to some things, just like you just said, Heavenly be holding on to some things. You've been holding on to some things. You didn't come to Heavenly and say, girl, we saw the Similac. You talking about the whoopie wop. Girl, the streets been talking, and I didn't heard this whoopie wop. You didn't come to her like that. Even if it would have been on TV or off the screen, you waited to throw it in her face or even bring it to her where she can squirm out of it. That's not cool. Like, literally, don't tell me my husband got somebody else, had a kid with somebody else, or there's a baby with our same last name. And you talking about square up, oh?
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Okay. But no, the mother thing was bad. Don't get me wrong. The mother thing is bad. It was a double down. It's not your mama. It was the double down when comes to say, my mother, who did, is gone, da da da. And she said, yeah, she had your stupid self, but it's still a dig on you. But It was the double down. And like I said, when you're angry and you mad and you trying to sock somebody with your words, that's what you doing. You socking them with your words. Like, that's what it is. Now, let's be clear. When you sock somebody with your words, you better be able to put your hands up if they ready to sock you with their fists because you said some wrong things. Now you can press charges, all that good stuff. I'm not saying it will go into a snowball effect, but let's be clear. Some things have been said from Contessa's mouth, and then Heavenly, and then Contessa, and then Contessa says, "I'm a victim," and then Heavenly is like, "Girl, I don't want to play with you no more. I don't play."
I yes, I feel like I've made that point too during the season, where it's just like Contessa. I feel like the stuff that Contessa's been saying, she's been airing, I feel like, Heavenly out and speaking on way worse things than I feel like what Heavenly has spoken on. Because again, we have to remember that according to Heavenly, like she didn't try to she wasn't trying to purposefully hurt Contessa or like talk poorly of her marriage or anything like that. She was simply responding to a question that was asked of her, and she offered up her response founded on the things that Contessa, the stuff that Contessa was speaking on pretty much that whole season was in so many words saying that, yes, my marriage is not all it's cracked up to be. He's coming off very abusive. Like Contessa threw all those things out there. Heavenly took it and responded based off of that information versus the things that we've seen being spewed from Contessa are really like mad day. Oh, we're not friends no more, so let me start just throwing out all these jabs and this nasty stuff. Didn't she say, was it her? It might have been Sweet Tea that said like her kids don't even like her. Just the Damon cheating rumors, side baby, like she's the one that came with all this extra stuff on purpose. That is another big thing. Heavenly didn't purposefully do it versus Contessa is purposefully saying all this nastiness on her now.
That's a good point.
That's two different things. Like we're doing.
My question. I got a question. I wonder. I got a question for Contessa. Do you think that Letitia is in an abusive relationship?
Yeah, someone go
because if she says yes, and we're not talking about, we know Gregory, what we think, I hope not, has not put his hands on Tisha, but that does not mean that she is not being abused. You
say we know that.
I said I don't know. I would hope. Like, I said I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. But that's not what. Even with Heavenly, she wasn't accusing Scott of being abusive like this. She literally said emotionally. But what's the other one? Emotionally, she did two of them for sure, and I was like, yeah, like literally, yeah, the way he talks to you is kind of messed up. So I understood what Heavenly was saying, but I say that to say, if Contessa feels like when everybody is talking to Sweet Tea, because I see Sweet Tea checking Contessa, like looking at Contessa for like look at me, like like we cool, like me and you cool, right? I keep looking at T doing that to Contessa, but that's what I'm saying that to say. I'm wondering, does Contessa feel the same way as the other ladies feel about the way Greg treated Letitia? Or did she not feel that same way? Her sentiments are different. Like, no, I would like to know her thoughts, because that would tell a lot about how she would feel. She could feel differently about what Heavenly said, and don't take it like Heavenly was doing a dig. She literally was trying to say, this is what you said, and this is how we feel about it. To say about Tisha. Tisha said this to Heavenly, and then we saw it. Heavenly saw it with her own two eyes again. So, like, you know what I mean? That's what I would like to know what Contessa thinks.
This part, the reason why Heavenly gets my respect is she never cries nor stumbles when they go low towards her. She takes it on the chin and comes back harder like a true Florida hoe. Yes. I feel like that's what it is for me too, where it's just like, I mean, you know, if that's where you want to take it with me, then, you know, let's take it there. And I'm not going to be the person to back up in a corner and be like, my feelings are so hurt now. You said what to me? Like, we're just going to be going back and forth until I'm like, fuck you. Like, I don't know, like, how else to put it. And I don't know. Maybe that just, I guess we're all different types of communicators and we all have different types of, you know, feelings or whatever, but that's the only way I can see it. Moving on though, y'all. So in response to this whole comment and stuff, Jackie, she starts getting emotional, which I'm like, oh, I forgot Jackie was there. Because she says, you know, those two, they were actual friends at one point, and she tries to really try to get them to remember that. I feel like that ship has sailed, but y'all let us know in the comments.
That's exactly what I had in my notes. I said that ship has sailed. This is a done deal.
Yeah, I'm okay with
now we're
I don't want to hear about it next contest. If you come back, like, can we just agree that y'all are not going to be cool and just move on? I'm not going to keep having this every season. I don't care. But you see how Simone then acted as Contessa's mouthpiece to try to explain her feelings about Heavenly's actions on social media to Heavenly, and Heavenly's response was like, girl, like, I apologize for that though. So everything that you're bringing up right now has been acknowledged. I said Simone acted as Contessa's mouthpiece, y'all, because I feel like Simone was doing this. She was acting as Simone, Contessa's mouthpiece when it was convenient, when it came to like Heavenly or whatever. And then we also saw Simone acting as Sweet Tea's mouthpiece when it came to Quad or whatever. Y'all, I'm just trying to make sure y'all see that, because that's what I saw. Because we know she doesn't like Quad, and she's not too fond of Heavenly either. So So Heavenly, she says that she does apologize for the things, or I already said that. Andy, he also butted in to follow up on the fact that this is the 10th reunion now that they've talked about Heavenly social media use. So she actually is like, well, you know, do you want me to stop, Andy? Like, you know, you want me to stop or whatever? And he all he could say really was, you know, if it was me and you were talking, you know, on me online, like, yeah, I mean, I want you to stop, but we're talking about, you know, how these ladies feel right now or whatever. And she's like, okay.
She's like, no, I don't talk about you, Andy. So she took that as a green light that he doesn't want her to stop. That's how she took that. Like, I was like, oh. Not that I wanted him to say yes or no or not, or don't do it because Andy said not to or no. I just when he's just like, okay, cool. I don't talk about you, so I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
Yeah, please. I would, and this is amongst the top 3 things that need to be laid to rest, Contessa and Heavenly. Ooh, this is
child.
I'll give this number 2. Like, seriously.
I can't do it no more.
Yeah, I'll give that like number 4. We
both laughed. That's funny.
Again, like we said, Contessa's still quivering voice, questioning whether or not things were real between her and Heavenly, because of how all this is like played out pretty much. What I already pretty much gave y'all my opinion on that. I think we both kind of lent our opinions to things. Like we said, this needs to be put to rest, Contessa and Heavenly. So then y'all, we get into Sweet Tea and Dr. G and their age gap marriage and wanting a baby, and how being, you know, around his ex has caused her so much stress being in this environment that she doesn't have to be. She's voluntarily being in this environment, y'all know. Sweet Tea, as far as her fertility journey, she has had 2 failed IUI attempts, and now she's up for consultation for IVF, which was supposed to take place this month. So who knows where she's at on it. Did she talk about that? I don't watch her stuff on YouTube, y'all. So y'all let me know. Has she talked about her fertility journey lately on her channel? Since again, she was supposed to go through the consultation and stuff for IVF this month. Has she talked about that, or has she only been talking about Quad up there? But I thought you cared.
I heard it. I just heard
We need
she
to talk
paid for
about
Quad
Quad
Talk.
here.
I heard she paid for Quad Talks. That's what she said out of her own mouth. That's
Can't
the
wait
last.
to get to that. We're going to talk about that.
That's sad. That's
We're
sad.
definitely going
Oh
to talk
yeah,
about
she should definitely be talking about her journey.
at the end, y'all. And she's not doing it through Dr. Jackie, which I'm not surprised. And I know Heavenly's made this point on her channel before too, that she let it be known, because she knows Jackie, she knows that Jackie ain't fooling with Sweet Tea for real, even though they supposedly got past her Sweet Tea saying fuck you bitch last season. Wasn't that what she said? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She had to blow up. That lady. Yeah, she's like, yeah, ever since then, like, Jackie for real don't care about her, but we know that Jackie's never going to lead with that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then a viewer had brought up how he came off to Sweet Tea when, he basically gave her that deadline for having a baby. The deadline being like 2 years. And he says that, well, you seemed rather heartbroken in that moment. And her response was that he wants to try different routes within that 2 years. And I was like, I think that's you just caping for him, but okay, whatever. And then this is when Simone had to break down that as you get older and stuff, it can be harder to keep up and, run around your kids and be like an active parent as you would, in your younger days. And she understands him not wanting to be at a high school graduation at 80. Yeah. Someone also decided to ask Sweet Tea, because I guess she's like the spokesperson for, again, these age gap relationships or whatever, landing a rich man, these this hypergamy type of situations, I guess. Sweet Tea says, well, why can't they have a man that love on us and support us and protect us and provide for us? We deserve that. Toya agrees, because it's Toya. And Andy decides, because he's messy, he decides to point out that Quad seemed really comfortable or really uncomfortable. Or wait. He points out that she seems surprised. And so Quad said, yeah, a man should do all that he can to provide for his woman, to make her feel comfortable and hear her when she speaks, not shun her. And it's not fair or right to dismiss someone when they're only trying to get through to them. So y'all, in case that went over y'all's head, like it did Sweet Tea's, let me just explain to you that was Quad trying to stick up for her. That wasn't her coming for her. That wasn't her saying anything disparaging. That was her actually trying to speak up for her. And again, put her on game when it comes to the man that she is with, that is, Quad's ex-husband that she was with. So for whatever reason, like I said, this goes over Sweet Tea's head, and she's like, you're so worried about Gregory. And Quad's like, okay, let me get you together real quick. Because, girl, are you serious? You have my scraps. The ones I let you have. You had to crawl into the DM and lie to him and say that you could give him a baby, and you have yet to make good on that, boo. Like, what are we doing? And all Sweet Tea can say is, scraps that you keep talking about, boo. Girl, please. What, you didn't get enough out of the divorce? Huh?
What
are you even talking about? Like, what are you saying? This is what I mean. She starts spewing stuff and don't even make sense. Because where along the lines did Quad display that she is worried about Greg? Y'all decided to come back on this show, and that brought up, obviously, Quad at that point knew that y'all would be the topic of conversation at some point. Obviously, people are messy and want to know how she feels about y'all being on the platform. That's the only times she has freely said anything about y'all, is when is the general conversation being had, or asked her something. I've never seen Quad just over here with her phone propped up talking about, well, leave my husband out of it. Get the like, who are you? Who told you to come in here and be on the show and leave your federal job to come on the show?
Because she told herself that she want to be quiet. I want to be quiet. She want Quad's life, and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different. Like, she thought that life was cool. She was like, and Quad couldn't give him no baby. No, Quad didn't want to give him a baby. And Greg is the one that needs to be tested. Let's be clear. Everybody testing and poking on and poke her in the belly and all this other stuff for the IVF and all this other thing she got to do. Have anybody tested the 56-year-old man's sperm? Can somebody tell me that? Can somebody tell me if that man has went to go get his stuff? Just go test it. Or is the count right? Do you have enough of your swimmer swimming? I know it only takes one, but dang. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying it might not be her. It might not be her. It might not be her. Or it just might not be. It might be a blessing in disguise. She might not look at it like that. The fact that when she said she can give him what she want, and he made her cry when he told her 2 years. So what you crying about? If he said he meant it in with you guys doing different, finding another way to do it. Why are you crying then? You was emotional about because you thought, yeah. See, because that don't even make sense. You started crying because he was telling you he wants a baby in 2 years. He's giving you 2 years, which is stupid. Dumb. That part.
Hi.
I mean, literally.
Is it Chanel or Channel? I want to make
It's Chanel.
I thought it was, but I've never.
Yeah, that's my grandbaby's middle name. That's Blaze's middle name.
I've never seen it spelled with 2 N's, so I'm like, just one.
Oh yeah, I was still thinking.
So,
Chanel.
You look so pretty in your picture. Oh my gosh! And yes, she is Delulu. Somebody else said this today that it's probably him. Yeah, that like I feel like not even, and we'll take our foot off of Sweet Tea's neck for 30 seconds when we say this. I just feel like that's something that's so commonly overlooked just in general that I feel like a lot of times we as women are just like, oh, like automatically, oh, it's gotta be us. It's gotta be us. It's gotta be us. When there's a lot of times that it is actually the other person in the situation that, stuff ain't marching how they're supposed to. So who knows? We probably won't know because she's too busy on her channel talking about quad. So I guess we'll find that out when we do. Not that I really care. And when I say that, y'all, if she wants to go have his baby, by all means, that she let her do it. I don't care, quite frankly. I don't, again, like hate her as a person or anything like that. I want her to have the life that she wants to have, and I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, but yeah, she was just too dense in this moment to understand that Quad was trying to stick up for her. And I feel like, the next important thing from there to note, in my opinion, was when she tries to call Quad an alcoholic because she had 2 DUIs, which I'm like, but I thought you said you don't know this lady. And like, so this is what I'm saying, that the jokes really write themselves when it comes to her, because it's like you say on one hand, you don't know this lady, but then you always got her name in your mouth speaking so confidently on her person. I'm confused. And it's also like she's clearly in over her head because she's just saying whatever. She just saying just stuff that doesn't even make sense, to the point that at that point Quad, Heavenly, and even Andy had to jump in and let her know, like, girl, that like that's not even cool, you saying that like that. So then she recants that statement, which I'm like, you look even stupider now. Like, are we serious to say that? Well, she got drunk at the couples trip. She got drunk at the couples trip that everybody was drinking on when you guys are fucking shooting the shit and having fun. She got drunk during that, aka the time that you're supposed to get drunk.
Yeah,
And a lot of us, I guess, need to be labeled alcoholics out here. If we're getting drunk, we got drunk on a vacation.
Because I'm like, how dare you? How dare you get drunk on a vacay? Girl, stop.
But again, you don't know this lady. You don't talk about her. She's obsessed with you. You're not obsessed with her. And this is when oh yeah, Simone said some crazy shit. Okay, so and then we get into the whole, did Greg say shut the F up, or you had a big effing mouth? According to Sweet Tea, he just said she has a big effing mouth, but everybody, including production, shout out to them for rolling that clip, has said that no, he told her to shut the F up. So again, she's over here straight up lying for this man who talks to her crazy. So Toya, she's like, that's not nice. It's not, cool for him to speak to a woman like that. And this is when, again, Simone had to let it be known, speaking up, or coming to challenge Quad yet again and call her out for something. She decides to say that, well, Quad was gloating about her relationship, and at some point she turned it around on them.
She gave them a compliment, actually. She was like, I liked her for him. She's perfect for him. And I don't think she was really being sarcastic in that moment either. I really think she was like, yeah, she cool. Like, I don't have a problem with her. She had already been in the girl's bridal shower, and they didn't have no mess. Who kicked her out was basically Toya, not really her own clear thought, Tisha. So to be clear, they really don't have a problem. Even Big Head can't talk. I don't want to talk about it because I said I don't want to do that. But because I was about to call her something, and we're not gonna do that. But what literally, you're the one always talking about Quad, and you out your own mouth said that we never really had a problem. We didn't have a problem, right? Until you said, well, he wanted to get out the marriage.
He told you that.
What he told you? Is that what he told you that? And when everybody else already knows, do you think Quad is gonna say that to you? That I ended the marriage, that you had the audacity to turn on this lady and tell her, no, Greg wanted to be out this marriage. Like, are you stupid? That right is where you, like, literally, that's where it kind of flipped out, because it was like, girl, okay, so you gonna drink all the Kool-Aid. Everything he tell you, you gonna go with. Well, yeah, you gonna be the Lulu, and you're gonna be on the other end and sitting with Quad on the ex-wives list. See, because you're not gonna stay married. You're too young to stay married to this dumb dumb. Okay, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna last, and especially if you don't have no baby. And if his time bomb, if Gregory's time is ticking, Gregory is the one on the clock. So if it ain't working with them, I see him being like, the age difference is starting to bother me. She's a great woman, she's a great woman, but I just think that the age difference, he gonna come with the whole excuse, y'all. Get your ears prepared. And he gonna say, I wrote a song about it. Like, here, go. Okay, let's be clear. Go ahead.
Exactly. Quad had to let them know, like, okay, I'm very happy. I'm blessed. I love my man. And, she wants to tell everybody and their mama. So again, she was in full support of the Dunsford. Shout outs to Erica Dinero TV. It was originally a compliment. But again, Sweet Tea is so hard pressed to, again, windmill for this man that talks to her crazy. She responds to Quad by saying, oh no, you were just antagonizing him. Okay, sure.
Not her husband. It's funny, you sitting by the antagonizer, but
you recognize when somebody else is quote unquote antagonizing somebody, but you don't recognize when your husband was being antagonistic on that beach, on that sandbar.
Okay.
Just saying. So
Y'all gotta say it on both ends. Y'all both was being antagonistic. Let's be clear. That's how you should have said it to her. But the fact that you think it's just Quad is just beyond me. Go
I
ahead.
was even quarrel what Quad was doing antagonistic as much as it was just
She was just saying how blissful she is in. The
you just
bliss she's
pop
in.
her shit. And it's like you want to be here so bad, so I'm gonna give y'all what you want. Y'all
Well,
want
I mean,
it, so
let's be clear. Didn't they do that last season? Didn't Sweet Tea come in and walked in and came in, talking, popping her mess, wearing her little high booty shorts with no booty? Okay, shout out to the no booty little girls, and the little booty girls. That's me. But I'm just saying, she popped in they was all in love and kissing all and having everybody feel uncomfortable. Remember that? We all was there.
Yeah.
We all saw it. We saw it. And to Simone's point, like, why I wasn't there? Okay, girl, calm down. Because I don't need to be there like that. I don't need to be in y'all face like that. Y'all clearly want their story, and that I'm not part of their story until y'all need something.
Okay, yeah, exactly. But we put that to bed for now, y'all, and then we move into this small segment of the beef between Heavenly again and I'm not even really say Sweet Tea as much as it was what she said as far as Dr. G not being Greg not being respected in the medical community, and what Heavenly had to let everybody know and remind us was Sweet Tea was the one that pointed out first, through cast the first stone, and said that it was Heavenly that actually wasn't respected in the medical field. And because she's not in the medical field, she decided to divert her insult or whatever to her husband or whatever. And even in this moment, though, she does admit that it was, wasn't cool for her to say. But again, girl, you started it again, but somehow we only the only thing that people want to focus on is or the only thing that you want to focus on from that point is that you're just such a victim and etc. When again you started it. And a viewer had also asked, going back to Jackie, or how can you sit there and just allow Heavenly to come at Sweet Tea about her infertility issues pretty much? And Jackie's whole thing is she didn't want to get any on her. And to me, she was referring to, y'all know Jackie was getting whacked over the head back and forth and back all last season due to the things that she said on Heavenly's channel and stuff like that. I assumed that that's what she was getting at when she said that she just not even trying to go up that alley again. I don't know what y'all thought. Y'all let me know. But that's what I picked up from what she said. Which I guess that would make sense to me. And I don't remember what Andy had asked her, but Heavenly does say that she respects Sweet Tea for showing up today when other people didn't, aka Phaedra. And Sweet Tea's like, I received that. We could be cordial and maybe she can get unblocked. Girl, unblocked? I didn't even notice. Like, no, I'm crying. Oh my God. Somebody play the world's smallest violin. Oh my gosh. I can't with that girl. T and G existence on the show is antagonistic, but let me shut up. I don't like neither of them. No, don't shut up. Don't shut up. Say it again for the people.
No, yell it. Put it in all caps if you need to. That's what they say, yelling in the chat.
The ones that are purposely trying to not hear it. Yes, that is literally, and when we're going to get to that in the end, because I think that's kind of the point that Quad was trying to make behind the scenes to Simone when it hit the fan, but we'll get there. If grasping for straws was a person, the entire time her on that stage, grasping for straws and fighting for her life up there on a platform that, again, she's not forced to be on. Nope. But anyway, so Boom, we're going to break. Great, cool. The men arrive, and the way that things are set up, and I seen this in the sneak peek, it's the majority of the men in one area, and then we have Greg by himself in another area, and he's looking around for the guys, like, what the fellas at? And then we see all the other guys in here, and they're like, well, you're not in here. And King again has to let it be known that he needed extra security. I don't have a problem. So again, we have an executive producer coming in there to Greg and letting him know that, and explain the situation, that basically you asked for extra, you wanted to feel protected, you wanted to feel a type of way about stuff or whatever. So we put in protocols and procedures to make sure that you felt as safe as possible, sir, which means that you're going to be in here by yourself. And the egg that was on Greg's face was like just so apparent, because he clearly thought that it was going to be the other way around. He clearly thought that it was going to be King that was isolated and him up there, just kicking it with the fellas and, acting like it's one for old time's sake. Joke was on you yet again. It backfired on your bitch ass. And I was so happy. Oh, I was so happy. Back with the guys though, Eugene tells King that he doesn't think that he's the one that needs to do the work. Pretty much, it's really Greg that needs to do the work. But at the same time, he doesn't think that Greg has an issue with him. It's more so that he has an issue with his ex-wife, as we all know. So yeah, that's how the guys were introduced. Do you have anything to say about that?
I love to see Greg. First of all, going back to when they let the men out the damn cars and stuff, even the way he got out the car was just clumsy. Just feet just looked stupid. Looked like the truck was too big for him. I was like, he's just clumsy. Yeah, that's what you get. You needed extra security. I need extra security. Like, boy, what is wrong with you? You act like that man really was coming in there, really attacking you, like literally. Y'all had that incident, but if you look at the overall, the whole meat and potatoes of the whole season, you didn't have no problem, or y'all didn't have no issues. You know, doggone well that man is not gonna attack you, and that's just this. I mean, just from what we know so far, King, that man was not about to attack you again, or again, meaning y'all got into it and he got tired of it. Like, come on now, you were saying some stupid things. You were. That men do. They get mad about stuff like that. Like, you doing too much. Talk about my woman like that. I don't care if that is your ex-wife. Don't talk about my woman like that. So yeah, Greg, you look stupid. That's why you have to sit there and watch Married to Medicine on the TV screen by yourself. Stupid. The sad part is you can tell she was prepped for the reunion. Yeah, she was prepped. That's why she only had that's why she only had an answer about Gregory. That's why only reason why she had an answer about Gregory, and that's why she couldn't come at Quad or have a fast comeback for Quad. All she could say is, "Girl, please." Like, yeah, okay, you better, girl, please.
I'm so over it. A mean ass garden. That is so funny. Greg, the king of all dweebs. Huh. See what I did there?
There's two of them. He a twin? That's crazy.
We don't even. So at this point, y'all, Dr. Mimi joins the ladies on stage. When they come back from break, they play her package, of course. We know that she joined the season a little late, so they play her clips and everything. And in reference to there being a side of Dr. Mimi we didn't get to see, Quad says, Mimi, not to be confused with Dr. Mimi, is a good time, honey. We were out one night or whatever. Where did they say they were at? I didn't catch where they said they were at, but they were at, come in till 5 a.m. Mimi is a good time. So bravo people. Don't get into it. don't do it, because y'all love to give us these one season wonders, give us, a taste of somebody, and don't even really let them um get acclimated to the environment before you are giving them their walking papers. Like, we got to do better with that. So I'm down for y'all. Let us know in the comments if are you guys here for Dr. Mimi coming back next season. I just feel like, again, we didn't even get to get into the real deal with her because she came on later. And I will say, yes, I'm down for her to get another season. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, the way she read everybody down, and I'm sure you about to bring it on down to the ground. The way she read everybody down, yes, ma'am, she can come on back. Come on, Dr. Mimi.
I'm cool with it. And Steve too. He seems to be getting along with the guys. When he does speak up, he adds value to the conversation. So I'm cool with them coming back. Y'all let us know. So Andy also asked Jackie who she wanted Dr. Mimi to meet first. Awkward silence. Obviously, Heavenly, it was indirectly pointed at Heavenly. So she speaks up to say that she says nothing but she speaks highly on Dr. Mimi, doesn't say anything negative. I actually seen recently when Heavenly was let me see if I can find it real quick, when she was on like a magazine cover or something like that, I want to say, the other day.
Oh, Dr. Heavenly?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Let me share my screen. And Mimi was there. So it looks like the girls, looks like there she is. Looks like they're getting along and everything. So Mims, shout outs to Mims. Yeah. And wasn't that Audra? I think that was Audra too. But yeah, you can see Dr. Mimi was in the building there to support and stuff. So it seems like she's blending in well with the cast. So again, Bravo people, don't y'all do it to us again, because we don't got time for that. And for people with bringing up Audra, I'm sure that she's always going to be a name that people want to see return. So again, you see Mimi, but where's Simone? Where's everybody else?
Well,
exactly. So again, don't sit here and act like Quad's the only person that doesn't, pull up on the girls. Anyway.
I always thought the phone worked both ways, though. I always thought that the phone worked both ways. Everybody but one couple fits in.
That part. Wouldn't mind more of her. Okay, so we're in agreement on that.
Yeah.
And I was just about to say, I guarantee you the only reason why Heavenly wasn't there or Quad wasn't there is because she was on vacation. I already, we're here. So Dr. Mimi says that, I forget what the question was, but she says that they all could have done better in the situation, which I think was a cute answer. I don't think that she is trying to ruffle any feathers, but I feel like at the same time, she's not biting her tongue. So that was a way of, saying that I can agree with that. Okay, fine. Everybody could have done one or two parts differently, some more than others. So, Sweet Tea says that the instigating comparisons between her and Quad need to be laid to rest. Who is she? I was kind of confused by why she said that. Who was she saying that to? Like, I don't understand why she said that.
Wait, say it again, because I was reading.
After Mimi said that they all could have did better in the situation, what Sweet Tea was like, the instigating and comparisons between her and Quad need to be laid to rest. Who was she like? I don't understand why she responded like that.
I didn't know who was putting them competing against each other. I didn't see no competition. I don't see nobody saying, "Oh, one looked better than the other, one got more than the other," or any of that. I didn't hear anybody say anything like that. So there was no competition, and Quad does clear that up. Like, yeah, there can be a competition where there's nothing to compete against. There's nothing to compete against. So what do I? There's no competition. That's that. That's that. And that's that. So, but in somebody younger mind who's trying to hang with the big girls and sort of speak, that's what she's gonna say. She's gonna say things like that because that's what she thinks. I don't know. I feel like she's stroking Gregory's ego all at the same time. Like she's like I wish my wife was more like in his mind. He thinks that everybody thinks that he's the man because he has this new young wife. Nobody thinks you're the man, Greg. Nobody. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. It's not like that, no disrespect, but nobody is looking at you and your new bride like, yeah, Greg's the man. Nobody's looking at you like that. We're just not. It's not happening. So I'm just kind of keeping it real. But I think with Greg, maybe his twin might have pumped him up. Be the twin. I don't know. Somebody that made Greg think he's bigger than larger than life. And
it's the fact, like I could, when you said that, I could literally see him like really like, yeah, I'm the man, right? Like,
you know, child.
Like, I feel like he really thought that come back on here.
No, I literally I do think that, and I think she's keeping up with it.
I'll even give him this much satisfaction and say that no, I'm sure there's people that are generally happy for him that like, oh, you got, you found love, like great, whatever. But no, to say that they are over here like, ooh, yes, like, oh my God, like blah blah blah. Like, no, that's a reach. Like y'all, let's not put 120 on -10. And I feel like in that same breath, though, Quad did say that it is in human nature for and it's to be expected as far as like kind of like the comparisons and stuff like that to a degree. I feel like is what she was trying to say, because obviously, yes, you guys are now on the same platform, new wife, ex-wife. Obviously, people are going to want to pitch y'all against each other. People are going to introduce that comparison or whatever, but it's about how the individuals themselves respond to it. I don't think that like nobody was over here like, oh my God, let me just look for every reason to have an issue. Like, one second.
So yeah, y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe button. Make sure y'all sharing the content. I hope you guys are having a good time. And for whatever reason, I still feel like I still want to see. And I know I see if you're still in the chat. I know they don't need to be here, but now I'm feeling like I just need to. I want to see them one more time. Now, let's be clear. I should say that after I see the part 3, because I don't know, what's going to transpire. There's a lot transpiring at the end of this and then going into the second one. But, we hardly ever leave on a just straight up bad note. I don't see us doing that. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Once we see part 3, then I can say if I want Sweet Tea and Greg back. But I kind of want to see him back because I just want to see, now that we got all the bull crap out the way, everybody's jealous and she got the new man and now this, that, and the third, and y'all still working on the baby and Quad, y'all, we all know each other. Everybody's happy. Now can y'all live in harmony or no? That's what I want to see. The complaint about comparison.
We have proof.
Lyrics when the openly
we have visual proof of this happening. So come on now. Exactly.
And who is that?
Hairstyles, titles, brand titles. Like, are we serious right now? Like, come on now. So at that point, Sweet Tea over there just looking confused and just dumb, girl. And Toya, she did appreciate, oh God, what happened? I'm scared. Toya does appreciate the fact that Mimi came in without any preconceived notions, and she actually took the time to get to know each and every one of them. And I feel like that always does the girls. That is in the best interest of the new person coming in, to actually try to get to know everybody and not just go off of what the next person said about this person, or try to insert themselves too much into something and speak. Was there a couple times this season where I feel like Mimi was like, she was cruising a little bit. I feel like going back to the sandbar and stuff, and when she was like went up to like they're trying to, yes, they're trying to, your covenant and like I felt okay, like not too much. But I feel like that more so looking back on it, I want to say she probably was looking just at the setup of everything and the optics of everything, and probably seeing like, okay, this girl, I think she's probably just giving Sweet Tea the benefit of the doubt in that situation. And I feel like that's also kind of general advice that anybody would give the next person, like don't let them come in between. Like that's just very generic when you think about it, when you look back, in my opinion.
Right.
In line with Francine, our favorite treasure, she looked up the property. Only Greg's name is on the property. Her name has not been added to the deed.
But she over there paying the mortgage. Her name is on the mortgage. Now that's crazy because literally did she just? Well, we're gonna get to it because my sister said she got it, but I don't know. I thought she said that she just finished paying off quad.
Nope.
My sister walking around, y'all.
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. They really, the jokes write themselves, because, and I was trying to save that for that clip, and we're gonna get into that when I play that clip, because you're trying to flex and you're trying to like get big in the chest against somebody, and it's just like Quad said, you cannot compete where you don't compare. Like, your name being added to his mortgage is not a flex. That's hustling backwards. Like,
period.
What are we doing here? Like, huh?
And what I would do is put a light bill in my name so that if you act a fool, so I could turn them lights off. You be sitting in the dock for a couple of days. I'm just saying, if you're gonna put my name on the mortgage, on the with the check, what we talking about, girl? What are you stupid?
Yeah, but this is the same lady who said got a little access to the money. So I'm not. Where's the access in? It seems like you must have said that for him. He got a little access to your money, is what it seems like.
Hello.
Oh,
this is crazy.
Oh God.
Thank you, Francine, treasurer. You know how we love you, girl.
Yeah.
We get the bloodhounds on it. We got the bloodhounds sniffing it out, y'all. Seriously.
Am I allowed to? You want me to pull this up on here? Am I allowed to pull this up on here, or you want me to just look at it?
What you looking at? What we doing? What you doing?
You said it's in the group chat. Yeah. Who is Jane? Who is Jane L? Oh, that's not. Never mind. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it literally only says his name.
Ooh, Dunsford. I mean, okay.
This is an official.
No, it doesn't. It's right there.
No, that's somebody else. She just looked up the last name, so it brought up anybody with that last name. It's a different address.
No, I'm talking about right here where it says results, and then it says L. Jane Lunsford.
That's a different.
Oh, that's a whole nother. Okay.
Last name.
Oh, your name ain't on it.
Somebody.
Oof.
It only says Gregory Lunsford on there, y'all. So now you're up here just, again, straight up lying. Or he lying to you. Whichever way.
Wow.
It's not the flex that you thought it was, mama.
Why would you even say anything about that? Like, why would you even, like, that's not a flex on any, like, none of that. Like, not that I want a man to take care of me or a man to take care of you, or that means something. But like, literally, that's nobody's business. So why are you making that a flex? Like, my name is on the mortgage. Like, so what?
Only a flex to that, like, together. Like, that's only a flex of like saying, like, yeah,
We're moving out of this place and we're moving into our own place. That's a flex.
My name is on mortgage, meaning I'm handling my stuff. Like it's only you're handling his stuff. You're not handling all stuff. You're handling his shit. And again, I feel like the house was supposed to be paid paid off by now or whatever, because was it a foreclosure or something with that? I just let me find out the
designs in decor and more like that. That's cute.
Union. It was the second Hello Designs in Decor and More. The reunion was really good. The second part, especially that we're talking about, we definitely enjoyed it. So I would take a look at it if you get a chance. If not, you could just listen to us. It's fine, whichever one. Sweet Tea is too young for a zaddy.
Zaddy ain't.
But that's the thing. That's what he likes. He needs somebody like this that he can play on the naivety. Naivety, I think that's the word. Like that's where he thrives, and that's why things weren't working how he wanted them to work with someone like Quad, because she was too smart for the bullshit. Like she wasn't about to fall victim to his antics or whatever. She tried to stick it out and stuff. She tried to be good to that man and all those things. And it's just like, no, like at the end of the day, absolutely not. So I'm glad. But again, she's like she said, she slid in the DMs Cutiee first, and this is what she wanted, which is another reason why I don't know why people feel bad for her. This is what she wanted. She wanted to be amongst the chaos. She wanted to be. This is what she wanted, and this is what came with being with that man. So whatever. Let's finish up this Mimi segment. Well, this was also the time where they reflected on them actually being doctors, the medicine part. And we reflect on all of the medical things that they did throughout the season. Andy asks Jackie what's the response been to her visit with the vice president. And I don't remember exactly what she said, but I do know that they then weighed in on maternity mortality and women's reproductive rights, which, I mean, if you don't know what's going on with all that, you must be up under a rock, or you just don't give a, I don't know. But I'm glad that they took the moment to bring those things up, because that, like, again, this is Married to Medicine, and those are things that are not just reality TV. Those are actually things that are impacting us, like, in our daily lives or whatever. So yeah, I'm glad they took a minute to reflect on that. Then they talk about like the mother-in-law stitch. I didn't care about that. I didn't really care about the Botox either. But what I did care about was Dr. Mimi offering up diagnosis for each of the ladies, which are as follows. She said to Jackie, intentional corrective conversations. Quad, grief, grieve it out. Heavenly, open up your inner child, nurture her. Less rigid, more flexibility. Toya, girl, you got it. We don't need any more validation. Sweet Tea, let us know how to support you. We don't know. Contessa, don't be distracted. You have a lot of energy. Put it where it's supposed to be. Everybody gives it up. It was well received. Enough so.
Oh, Andy wanted to read, but she said she ain't kicked it with him long enough. She gonna give him one later.
Bring me back, bitch. That's what she meant by that.
I know that's right. I heard that. I saw that too. I was like, you trying to? What I thought she was gonna say something like, because did she go on What's Happening? Did she get to go on Watch What Happens Live? I don't think she went on, huh?
Who?
Mimi. Did she go and Watch What Happens Live?
I don't
think so, huh? I don't think so. Okay.
If they had anybody on there, it would have been Contessa, which I guess Contessa did go on. I don't know.
I don't remember. I didn't pay bills. She stacked her coins.
I mean, like, I'm getting some. As Denzel said, I am leaving here with something.
She left with something, and she took the bed. Remember, she took the that number bed, and he was pissed. Oh my God, Greg talked about that bed, told the fellas about the bed. She took my bed. She took the bed. Like, yes,
Oh
I'm taking
well,
my bed.
our mattress firm is. Anyway, so then y'all, we get to this widely anticipated men's segment. And backstage with the ladies is mentioned how King and Greg haven't seen each other since the whole sandbar of it all. And Sweet Tea's like, yeah, they were supposed to meet up, but King didn't show up. Heavenly was like, Quad didn't let him is why he didn't show up. So let's just get that straight. And then from there, for whatever reason, Andy decided that he wanted to start off this segment with them by trying to bring Greg and King together in a handshake. And he's all smiling, all stupid, and whatever. And it's just like that's no, this is beyond that. I agreed with them on that. We talking about pressing charges and stuff like that. You think I'm just yeah, let's shake hands, man. Fuck out of here. So Greg says, based on everything the guys have said about King, they've spoken nothing but good things about him. So he's really just trying to know what happened that made him behave the way he did. There must be a reason why he behaved that way. And King says, it's nothing against Greg once again, but at the same time, he was accusatory to start the conversation in the first place, and that is a testament to his lack of accountability at the end of the day. And Eugene, we don't even really get to continue that conversation right in there, because then they start talking about, or Andy asks Eugene about Botox injections, and is he doing them at his place yet? And he's like, nah, he needs a hot young woman there, aka marketing tactics. I don't really have anything to say about that, but okay. But the real first conversation that we got amongst the men's was between Greg and Damon, and the things that Dr. Heavenly said about Greg online yet again. And Damon's like, I could care less about, these rumors that I'm infidelity, cheating, whatever. It's all BS. His main issue, though, is that Greg sat there like a coward, didn't say anything, didn't speak on his character, nothing. And Greg's over there taken aback, like a coward. Like he's just like, oh, whatever. And at the same time, we're continuously going back backstage to on the ladies, and Heavenly's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. He lacks accountability. And of course that's getting Sweet Tea riled up, because she's gonna windmill for her man by any means necessary. And she just so things start to tension start to rise back there. And Cecil was trying to draw some parallels between what between him, Damon having an issue with Greg not speaking on his character, that equaling out to Damon also not speaking to Greg's character with like him in the medical field and stuff like that. He tried to like draw these parallels, but I don't think Damon was trying to see that at all. And also, I mean, I don't, Greg is just wrong in my opinion. So, again, going backstage, Heavenly, she starts bringing up, speaking of Greg's character, she's like, being tied to hotel rooms, because we remember, that some years ago and that whole thing. And Eugene, it actually took Eugene to try to explain how the P word on social media, it is a big deal, especially in the age that we live in. And at that point, that's when Damon was understanding that it was wrong. And he outwardly says that. Did y'all catch how Scott subtly was like in agreement, like, yeah, whatever he said, like, yeah, he agreed that it was wrong. I'm like, see, just tell me you don't like Heavenly and you're still mad about that ish without telling me you're still mad about that ish. That's how I took that. But Damon, again, he's standing on the fact that Greg refused his clients after the fact, because he was in his feelings. And Greg is doing everything but admit that that's what he did. He tries to make it seem like, oh no, these were just high maintenance clients that I just didn't have, the time to dedicate to. And Damon's like, no, like you are a liar because it happened right after this whole thing jumped off. Like, stop playing in my face. And Heavenly, she's, of course, she's gonna call it like it is. She's like, that is some bitch ass shit. Like, that's a bitch ass move. Followed by Toya pointing out that that's childish of him, and this is again the main issue. And Sweet Tea, she's just like, y'all just need to be quiet. Y'all just need to be quiet. Like, just feeling however she wants to feel. Let me catch up with y'all's comments real quick. Do y'all think that Andy isn't as nice to Married to Medicine reunions compared to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I think just if you look at all the reunions, and if you look at, I guess I pretty much watch most of the franchises at this point. I just feel like Andy lets it be known who his favorites are.
On each show, or what his favorite series is.
Which he has his favorite housewives in general, or his favorite cast members, whatever. I feel like he does that. And then on the reverse side of that, he doesn't hold the people accountable that he should hold accountable. Sometimes I feel like his line of questioning towards people isn't always even kilter across the board. So yeah. But even on this cast, I feel like I agree with the same thing I said on this cast too. He has his favorites on this cast, and his line of questioning isn't as intense on certain people as it is on other people.
I would go with that. I would go with it's the certain person, not like the franchise, not the full franchise. Like, he doesn't have one favorite franchise. You're saying he does have his favorites on each franchise. So every time we have a sit down at the reunion, some people he's going to go easier on that are his favorite, than versus the ones that he might not like as much. He might go a little harder because he can't take his feelings out of it.
Yeah, and I feel like he also isn't as well-rounded to host every reunion. I don't think that he should be the only person to host every reunion as well.
Agreed.
It's in better spaces than he does in other spaces. Hey, cousin. Women is color is a paycheck to Andy and Bravo. Well, that's why I said what I said. Like, I feel like it's just there's the relatability factor is not always there when hosting certain reunions and certain casts versus others. And I mean, we see this even on Watch What Happens Live. Like, you could tell who his favorites are and who aren't, and stuff. In my opinion, Andy talks more snappy with our shows. I think, yeah.
Now that I do give him, because he got to look who he's sitting amongst. He got to get a little snappier. When you say snappier, you mean he like try to get you mean a snappier like he trying to snap on the girls, or you mean he try to see a snappier like he gotta get their attention a little bit more, because sometimes they can go to the left. Because I feel like he gotta kind of match it so that he can keep not just keep up with them, but keep some kind of structure. And they gotta be able to hear him and respect him. But if you mean snappy like he try to snap at the girls, I don't know, because I feel like none of the girls allow him to do that to them. So I would need a little bit, Christine, which way you mean it.
Which show just went on? Salt Lake City. I'm trying to think back to, it was a recent reunion or something like that where I was like, you might as well just throw in the entire. Oh, it was Salt Lake City. Remember, because he had the same Opa. And what was I forget what the other word was, but he was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he's not the best suited. I can't say that when it's just the women who look like me, because Salt Lake City, for instance, I mean, I won't call that a blended cast because really just Mary. Um, he he couldn't get them girls together. I feel like to save his life during that reunion. He might as well not even been there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just depends. Sleepy accused Damon of cheating long before Heavenly said anything about either one of the dummies on social media again, but somehow there's still these individuals that are going to treat her as a victim, and I don't get it. He called the patients that Damon referred to him as addicts.
Yeah, that was kind of. It was. He was like, what did he say? They were hectic, like whatever word, like hectic, like the clients was like too much or something. I was like, wait, what? What's going on? Hold on a minute, sir. This is mean to say.
I think that Andy, of course, likes Jackie's like, I feel like the top liked person. Of course, you can see that even based on the opportunity she gets, followed by Simone. And I think he also I think he likes Toya enough too.
Yeah, I would go with Jackie and Toya for sure. Simone, I think she's still too loud for him. And although he likes her sense of humor, I don't think he would hang out with her like as much. Even though he said he want to come to the next thing with that her
Cecil.
Huh?
Only because of Cecil. Like
that's what I mean. That's
the fun one in that relationship.
So I don't know about Simone as much. I feel like he deals with Simone, but I don't know if he likes her. I feel like it would be Toya and Jackie for sure. I even think he likes Quiet a lot too.
No, I think he likes Contessa enough, I guess. But the ones that jump out to me are Jackie and Simone.
Jackie,
really.
Jackie for sure.
Oh yeah, which I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. High maintenance, of course, they're high maintenance. They're in therapy. I'm trying to understand what my therapist just texted me this morning saying like, oh, can't wait for our session on Thursday, blah, 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 blah. Like checks in on me outside of session. She has a full roster of clients. So, was it because they're so high maintenance to the point that you then weren't able to write songs about your ex-wife? Like you still had enough free time in your life to do that. So were they really that high maintenance then? Looks like you got enough time on your hands. Just saying. Anyway, that's a bitch ass move. And Greg tried to lie and say that he made Damon aware that he couldn't take his clients. And Damon's like, no, you didn't. I don't sit up here and tell lies. That's, again, what I'm saying about character. Greg straight up laughs in his face. Damon didn't find it funny.
And told him.
And
that ain't funny.
When we get another good point brought up by Steve. And he's like, y'all are just going to have to like really like sit down and hash this out, because that's the only way it's not going to keep, coming up, is if y'all really hash it out and try to understand one another. So yeah, I guess so. But in this moment, Damon was accepting of Greg's apology because he says he wasn't trying to hurt Damon, whatever. And Damon was like, yeah, like he didn't want to fester. He forgave him because that's what God would want, and he doesn't want to fester. They were friends, whatever. So I guess they're cool enough. Whatever. I don't really. This is also something I don't care to hear about again. Feisty, can you add this to the list of things that I don't want to talk about again in the future? I don't care. I really don't. I think that I just think that they are two very different types of men. Yeah. And that's okay in my opinion. So the last thing that is caught up that we kind of gets the party started for real is Andy bringing up the couple trip. And he's like, that's a time for everybody to share things about their marriages, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent. So how can that be a challenging environment though for exes? And Eugene's like, look, I knew it was going to be an uphill battle having Greg and Quad around each other, because had it been me, had I been Greg,
Wouldn't did it?
absolutely
Wouldn't
not.
have been.
This is, we've heard everybody pretty much. I don't think we heard one person say that they'd be cool with it. I don't think we've heard one man or one woman on this show say that they'd be down with the get down. I don't believe we did. So why can't we exercise that same level of understanding when it comes to Quad? I don't know, but anyway. But then we came back. We talk about, you know, the vibe check game and everything, and it's actually Curtis that responds to this question to say how Quad, you know, she spent a whole year listening to Greg and Cutiee talk about their relationship, and she, you know, she took it on the chin. She, you know, didn't have anything crazy to say about that. And she didn't even have a man at that time or whatever, or little did they know. She probably did, but anyway. And what? Oh, and then I don't remember, was it Quad that said, oh, she felt triggered because she's like, oh, yeah, Quad feeling triggered. Simone actually was, or no, it was actually Simone that felt triggered by, I guess, Curtis saying this, because she's the first person to speak up and say that, well, you know, Quad, she was watching it on TV. She wasn't even around for that. And Quad's like, you know, that's not even my problem. My problem is y'all ushering these people back into the group. That's the fucking problem. Like, let's start at number one, please. And Simone says, you know, yeah, we usher in the people that we fucking with. And then it's like a lot of, you know, cuss words and a lot of back and forth between them that gets started because, like I've been saying, Simone has some type of hostility and some type of vendetta against Quad. And Quad tells her to shut the fuck up. And Simone says, you know, don't shut the fuck up. You gave us your ass to kiss and we hung out with Greg. Because and then I don't know who, you know, it was Quad that called her a dirty bitch. And Simone's like, you know, you got exactly what karma you were gonna, you know, get, or whatever, however she put it. And Quad was very quick to remind Simone that last time I checked, I was the person that was knocking on doors looking for your daddy. Like, are you serious? And of course,
she started screaming, oh, that's just where the cameras go. Without the cameras, you don't be nowhere. I said, oh,
getting just completely beside herself, in my opinion, to the point that, yeah, like they're screaming each other's faces. They're trying to like pull them apart and everything like that. I need to watch that scene back one more time just to like see, because I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to some of the facial expressions of the other ladies. I want to go back and look at that.
They only showed the aftermath though, like literally like Contessa like that. They wasn't showing the girl. Only people that were being shown are the people that were in between the two of them ladies and them two, because if the cameras are up here, the ladies were sitting down. Unless they were trying
when Simone was popping her shit, Cutiee was on the side of her, making some type of face.
Oh yeah.
I need to go back and yeah, watch that scene again and pay attention to Lipton and Contessa when Simone was talking. Yeah, that I need to go back and rewatch it one more time, because yes, that dirty way. He just doesn't want to admit that he's awful at his job, per Yelp reviews made long before he came back to the show. Yes, I have definitely seen those reviews, and I don't feel like those people have any reason to lie, because the show's not even involved. That's just their regular life. Dr. G is not at a hospital, private practice, and going broke because of the show. Because yeah, like now you're taking, because again, he don't get paid. He's just on here to be on here.
He wants his bride. He wants his wife to make some more money. And because she's going to turn around. I mean, literally, it looked like he can tell her anything and she'll just give it to him. Cause I'm never mind. I'm not moving into no. I'm not paying this mortgage. You want me to pay a mortgage? We're gonna move into another house. We're gonna sell this house. We selling this house and then we can move in somewhere and then we both can have a place. But me moving here, I'll stay here until we find a new place. But as far as this being my place, no. Nope. I don't need your wife to remember where how she had the house, and I don't even have to. He ain't gonna. I don't even see him letting her change the house around like that either. Like I kind of like it the way it is. Like I can see him saying it. Ugh. I would have never.
Yeah, I wouldn't be me, but again, if she thinks that's a flex that she wants it to be, then I'll let her live in her land of delusion, just like with everything else. But
Do you think that? Do you think that Simone showed her cards and let us know her real true
yes,
self with all of this?
I think everything she said was truly how she felt. I wasn't just.
No, she wasn't just mad. This is something that we finally kind of got out of her. Like we finally got it. Kind of, it's coming to a head.
She just validated, yeah, everything that the way in which I thought she was moving this entire time. That yes, they openly wanted to get at Quad because of her not trying to be up their asses or whatever, and they decided to do that by like she said, ushering in these motherfuckers. Like
And
we
that's crazy to say to somebody.
Simone weird looking self saying Quad got what she deserved proves to me that comment she made about the niece was definitely to hurt Quad. She better watch it. God don't like ugly. This part too. That's what I mean. Like, and that's why going back to what I said to y'all in the beginning, cause just to explain to those ones that are probably like, wait, like you could like so how do you like Simone more than you? How do you dislike Simone more than you dislike Sweet Tea? I dislike Simone because she, unlike Sweet Tea, who's just gone, I feel like doesn't have the smarts to back up anything. Simone, I feel like does have the smarts, and with Simone, it's much more purposeful and calculated and vindictive. Simone knowingly like orchestrates certain things to be what they are, versus I feel like that girl over there, she just a pick me and whatever. And that's, yes, to your point, that's why I feel like she wasn't lying about anything that she said. That's truly how she feels. And I feel like no matter who it is, like we've seen her drop the bar, and the way in which people think that Heavenly is low down and all these types of things, that's really fucking Simone. But for some odd reason, because they just Heavenly is says it in the ways that she is, and she comes off in the ways that she comes off, Simone is able to fly under the radar.
The radar.
It's really Simone that is the fucking foul ass person on the show.
Literally. And that's for real though, because if you go back in the seasons, Simone was loud and talked a gang of mess, like a gang of mess. And that's why it was kind of weird for her to say, Phaedra, we can go back. Ain't nobody been as, did as much stuff as you. Like, girl, you think that you was kind of loud mouth, talked about Quad. And even when you wrong, you are loud.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Quad hung out with Toya. I know that she, yeah, obviously hangs out with Heavenly. Her and Jackie are cool. We talked about her hanging out with Mimi. I didn't know she hung out with Toya though. Cause for last thing I heard Heavenly say is like Toya kind of just be out doing her own. She kind of be on her own little island when they're not filming. Which I don't think that's a fucking bad thing. At the end of the day, the average people that work an average job don't always hang out with their coworkers or whatever. It's just like we just verbally sparred for 3 months straight. You think I'm want to like, no, I might not want to hang out with y'all no more for real. I need to just back away from everybody. I don't feel like that's a weird thing. And that's not like something that is only that is only solely reserved for them on this cast. We see plenty of people do that on every cast. Don't nobody always hang out with everybody. That's not weird. Losing out on money based off that young old looking mid running them gums so well. He has put his hands on Sweet Tea. I won't say that he did or didn't.
What I would say is that I
don't put nothing past anybody.
I'll go say I don't put it past him either, but I don't. I mean, I can see him grabbing her. Like, but then again, I don't even think you need to do that. I think the way he talks to her and the way their dynamic and the way they talk and him walking off and then she walking out onto walking up to him again after he was really in the wrong says a lot. It like I don't think she's as confrontational, and if she's not being her true self, that's gonna get tiresome. She's gonna get tired of not being her authentic self. So
he probably don't even need to take it there with her because he's able to, like, look how she was on the stage windmilling for him. Like, I don't think that he's able to take advantage of that naive little brain of hers without even probably lifting a finger. Yeah, no, thank you. So does Sweet Tea have other friends or family or just castmates? I mean, her sister, but her sister lives wherever. Her mom is banned, right? Because she pulled up last reunion trying to fight. So her mom can't even be among.
Sweet Tea mama.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that was definitely said last season that she came up there trying to fight heavily or whatever.
Oh my god.
They ruined it. Which is crazy because this is like you don't want them to little girl you, but you go get your mom. Okay, they ruined their relationship with Quad when they gave her their asses to kiss while Quad was going through the divorce. Cecil's wife is truly a dirty, trifling, miserable, vindictive. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Where it's just like they were looking for every reason to not support her, and basically it's just like they want to defend him because he's a doctor. Like, and I don't agree with that. All I see when I look at T and Simone are two hating hoes. Hating hoes ain't happy, and happy hoes ain't hating. And Cecil's still looking out for Quad and make sure she's invited because he knows Simone is drinker. That's the funny part. I am surprised that nobody has knocked out. Works my nerves how loud Simone is and gets up in people say, yeah, it would have been. I would have been off the show because it would seasons ago. She would have had one time. One time. But
I don't even want to say what I want to do to her. I don't like the way she talks to people either, and it's just. And what I don't like is that she's loud. Like, just because you screaming it don't make you. I'm a loud person too, but I feel like she be this loud. Like she thinks. She's a woman. I said this before. She's a woman that's in a house full of men. So her being loud and being the woman of the house, she think that carries through to every friendship and relationship. It does not. Nobody cares if you get loud, girl. We would knock you dead in the mouth. So we're not even trying to, we ain't trying to do all that. So that's why Quad stood up and got in her face, and you got in her face, and you lost your voice, and it looks like she's not gonna want to talk about it. I hope she don't do that. I don't want to hear that shutdown shit. Like, you finally got some things off your chest, stand in it. Say it with your chest. Please say it with your chest, because I've been tired of you coming at Quad for all these years, and we really ain't got to the head of it. And you keep saying Quad gave you her ass a kiss. When? When did Quad say y'all can all kiss my behind? When? I've never seen it. I never seen that part. And the same way you keep saying, well, she don't call us or she doesn't after the cameras go out, do you pick up the phone and call Quad? Quad was the one that had something happen in her life that was life changing. And I'm not talking about King, the before the King thing where you was wrong for bringing it up. That happened to her. Did you make sure that she was okay? That was traumatic to her. Did you make sure that your friend was okay? Or did you make sure your co-worker was okay? Whichever way you want to say it. Like, you make it seem like it's one way. It's one way with. Well, Quad don't check up on me. It's like, well, do you ever check up on Quad?
I was just reading some my favorite tweets from last night.
Yeah.
One being, someone had said, "How is Quad and King married to Med? Both have no degrees." That's where you and Quad had to let them know, that's where you're wrong. We're both educated. I have my degree in biology with a minor in chemistry. I train doctors in the ER on capital equipment and medical devices. New announcement coming soon. So I hope Sweet Tea, because we know Sweet Tea is obsessed with her. I hope she saw that so that she knows, or actually, like, she better, whatever she's doing, she better patent it, or make sure that she's protecting her intellectual property rights and stuff like that as far as it, because we know Sweetie is pen in hand ready to copy whatever she's doing. But shout outs to her for that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I hope they bring that up. They better bring it up. They better bring up the fact that Sweet Tea uses sweet and savory when that's something that Quad uses.
I told you she'd be doing stakeouts outside of Quad's house like Monica Garcia. I'm telling you, I
She be
can't
acting like a hamburglar, and I got that.
the other
I'm gonna
way.
need you to stop doing that.
She'd be outside Quad's house with binoculars, sitting in her Lexus in all black. You can't tell me otherwise.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Rummages through her trash can, like, just weird. What else? Simone only befriended Sweet Tea to get under Quad's skin. Period. Yeah. So let me get this straight. Quad shouldn't share how much she loves her man to keep T and Greg comfortable. Y'all are insane. Greg is a married man. He shouldn't care about what Quad is doing and who she is doing it with. Are y'all okay? Simone is mad petty. She be seeing Quad on all these other women's social media lives, partying and living it up during the downtime of filming. She's clearly saying you wasn't around hanging with us, so we brought the new wife in hang around and to be shady. I am truly sick of the Quad haters that can't admit that Simone is a mean girl. Imagine if Quad brought Tammy on the show to make Simone mad. Y'all would call her all types of evil. Simone is low down. She's friends with T to hurt Quad. And that's something else I want to point out is, Sweetie, you're so damn like dense up here cooking with this lady in the kitchen who literally admitted in your face that the only reason why she befriended you is to get back at this, to be petty towards this.
To be karma. She wants to be karma.
That's not a true friendship then. Meaning that if that didn't exist, she wouldn't find any value in you, which is why things turned on you this season too. Just okay. I'm trying to. Oh, thank you. I'm these NYX NYX slick click sticks. I've been like loving this. It's in
yeah, I love NYX.
This color. I love this.
One of my clients is, she like runs the like advertisement and stuff for them, and she's like a real high up, and I love their makeup. She gave me a lot of makeup. The makeup is always on point. I love NYX. I love to hear people say NYX because I was like, is it NYX? She's like, no, it's NYX. I said, okay, well, let me know. Because I hear people say both ways. So, thank you. I appreciate it. It's my spring here.
Simone probably blocks Quad and lies, saying she's not calling her. Like, I could see her doing that. That's the crazy part. Like, yeah, Quad let all that Memphis come out of her. Whole demeanor change with that. Shut the fuck up. I was like, finally, yes, Quad. Yeah, because it's like, I need to get these bitches up. I need to get this bitch up off me because clearly she's got me all the way effed up thinking that, somebody owes her something. That's what it comes down to with Simone. Like, she really be out here acting like she just needs to be on this pedestal. And if you're not trying to keep her on that pedestal, like, she just Remember, Sweet Tea was in the military. She probably has night vision binoculars crawling around Quad's house and following all of Quad's social media accounts. Yeah, she was in the air.
Hilarious.
I'm using NYX lip liner now. Yes, I love all of their products, y'all.
Kevin, leave me alone.
Let me bring up this we'll just since we've already hinted at it like 25 million times, let me just bring up this last thing, y'all, which is some foolishness. Just that's the only way I can describe it, is just straight foolishness. Where is it? Here we go. Share.
I hate when it does that.
On the YouTube.
Oh my God.
Start over. Ugh.
My life is so good. I love my husband. My husband loves me. We're spending time together. So much time. We don't have time to be propped up on the YouTube. You'll still be doing inpatient, just not the outpatient. I feel like there is doing well. I feel like we don't need it. The house is almost paid off. I'm almost done paying off Quad's. Who's gonna help Quad pay off Quad house? The one she living in. My life is so good. I love my husband. My husband loves me. We're spending time together. So much.
Get out of the house, young lady. Go. The fact that you even would say that, like, is a telltale sign that you do not need to live there. And I'm not saying, I mean, I know that's your house and everything. I'm just saying though, like, literally, you should want your own spot. Like,
my feelings my feelings on it are, as you can see right there on the right hand side. I just couldn't. I just couldn't, y'all.
Oh, my face. Look at y'all.
As you see, I said that, Sweet Tea, I see you're still bringing up Quad, the same person you said is a, in quotes, non-motherfucking factor. Shout outs to, I don't even want to shout her out because who cares about Evelyn, but literally taken from Evelyn Lozada. How is moving into a man's house, who, might I add, still isn't over the fact that his abusive ass got left by his ex, a house that was previously decorated by said ex, and paying it off with the money you earn while being made to look like a fool in front of hundreds of thousands of viewers, a flex. And if/when Heavenly responds, I don't want to hear about how low down her response is because Simone barked first. So yeah, like I'm just, and Heavenly actually liked this. She liked this, so I know she's gonna have something to say about it. I don't know what land they're living in, but just based on the fact of what I just said last, which is like, you at this point know that this lady only befriended you to be petty. Like, you shouldn't even, but you up here smiling in her face and probably telling her all your deepest, darkest secrets is crazy. Simone,
so gullible.
You love your life, you love your husband. Blah, blah, blah. I just don't believe that. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Not if y'all not getting it on enough. When y'all did the questionnaire, y'all, it still seemed like you was still holding out on him, and y'all empty nester. So
she laughs every time their sex life is brought up.
And with that mouth, you should, if you ain't giving him none, you be used to putting that mouth to use because it's big enough.
They did that one season when they were like, you know, on the verge of divorce.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they did have separate houses. I wonder if they
sleep in separate houses. Season, probably. Sweet Tea can't afford to make any changes. Dr. G doesn't want to change anything in the house. Yeah, like,
you know that. You know that.
It's because she's gonna mask it by saying, "Oh no, I'm not bothered. That's just a waste of money or something like that, or whatever." When it's really like, yeah, you're not bothered by it because you'd probably dress up as a quad, like in your leisure time. Like you're not bothered by it because you want her like you.
I wonder
she said.
I want to know if Dr. G's ever called her Quad's name because the way he was Letitia when he was doing the push up. I wonder if he was trying to bang that into his head so that he don't call it the wrong name because we all know he's still hung up on Quad. Quad, fine as wine and getting better with time, and ain't nobody gonna tell me no different that he still wish he was hitting that.
Putting it to use with all them. I don't even like. She just bothers my like every fiber of being.
Or a retainer because her teeth are straight. I just wish she would retain. I wish she'd smash her mouth back in because she's not a bad looking woman. I think she got pretty eyes. Like her eyes look like cartoonish, like she has cartoon like eyes. But that mouth, like right here, you can't tell. Like that's why I be tripping off of how protruding the mouth is. But like if you look at it like from right here, it doesn't look like her mouth looks all big. With that pause, it don't look that big. But then as soon as she open her mouth and turn to the side, I'd be like,
Squirrel.
girl, what's going on and why didn't you fix it? You're a doctor. Why didn't you fix that? It's weird. Yeah, no, gonna help pay Quad's house off. Girl, shut up.
I can't do it. Simone told us that she doesn't even like fellatio, which like I should have known right then and there. We're just two different people. Like
girl, that's the never mind. We have to do that on an after dark. Because people that don't like that, I'll be like, never mind, we'll do it at another time, like I just said. See some rust from her teeth. Child. All she gotta do is put the lips around the teeth. What are y'all talking about? Just saying. Just saying. But if she don't like doing it, it's probably not pleasurable anyway.
Yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all, but
right, Princess comment up there. That's what I say. Hey, Princess, I was saying, like,
oh yeah, what if
De Niro?
This will not age well, and we all know Sweet Tea about to be a friend of at best without the help of her husband because they will always choose Quad first. Then how are you going to pay that mortgage, ma'am?
They're so dead too.
The gag is Sweet Tea is living in Quad's house, so the joke actually didn't land well. Nope. Two heifers with bunched up mouths, corny mouths slipping and sliding all over the place. It's just you really can't make this up, y'all. You really can't. They decided to take the time out of their day for whatever reason to cook in Quad's old kitchen and throw jabs at her when she was like probably not even in this country. So I can't make it up. Can't make it up, but I enjoyed the second part of it.
I didn't know you was in the chat. Hey, sis.
I definitely can't.
Oh my gosh.
It's good to know that, all my folks, we're all on the same page because I just needed to know, like, it couldn't just be me. Like, these people are just stressing me out on the show because I just don't get it. Yes.
I'm wondering how they're gonna how they're gonna get out of this room and get back to the stage, and then like how do you like my heart race? I would want to have put my hands on Simone, like literally. I don't know how Quad gonna come out of that because I would like be living there. I'll be sitting there staring at her like I want you to say something to me because I'm gonna jump off this couch and I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna come over there. Like I don't know how they can do it. Like I can't come from that type of anger and wanting to put my hands on somebody and then just go sit on the stage and now we just gonna talk. Say something wrong. I'm not gonna not talk.
Cleaning up her son's dirty ass place.
That's true, because that's true. All the Freaknik. They started the show off and then they just said that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Freaknik and then the Witnik and then that's it. That's it. Because that was it. And then the Sons, that was it.
Oh, aka they don't have a storyline is the point here. How about Quad didn't have to work nor pay the note? That part, like literally that part. So I'm not, you can't compete where you don't compare. Like what do we? That's not a flex. Like, I wonder if Cecil is still friends with that woman. I mean, according to him, that whole like the whole group stopped fucking with him. But I mean, that's what he said to us. So, but what the truth is, the world may never know, I guess. But if I was him,
What's going on with that? Didn't Cecil start some kind of? What he starting some kind of? I would say video game, but what he starting something that he took money out of, and then like we never got the other end. Did that anything happen with that? Remember? Because he took money out of their account to do this business venture.
I don't remember what it was though for some odd reason right now.
I know that's why I said you heard me say like video game. Don't get me lying, but it was something I don't know. But we never got to my point, Christine. That's what I'm asking. We don't know what's going on with them. Like we know
they've answered this question before, and she said he has like a long reputable job history from what I recall. Like the explanation they gave sounded valid, but like presently, I don't know.
I don't even see him giving his sons advice. I don't even see him saying to his sons like, look, you know how your mom is, like literally y'all don't have to get off your butts and y'all have to do some things. Like I want to see his dynamic with his sons, not him going over there cleaning up their place. Like what I'm not cleaning up my kid's room right here, and they live with me. You think I'm about to go to their place and go clean up that I own? In what world do we do that? Are you crazy? I got kids that live with me. You think I'm about to leave my house and go to my son? My son's about to be 30. Shout out to my son, Chris. He'll be 30 on Wednesday. I wish I would leave his house to go to his house to go clean his house up. What? Crazy.
Said me never. Literally said me never, y'all. I could never, but Simone's a better one than I am. And as far as that,
she's not. I wish you. I mean, I don't know if it's in the contract. Her name is every day that every time we see Married to Medicine, that name Mariah Huck comes at the bottom of the screen at the end because she is executive producer, I think, or she's one of the producers. So she's still there in enough capacity. I don't see her coming back. Her and her mom, she did give Heavenly the business. I mean, that was, like I said, Heavenly thrives off of somebody she can argue with. Yeah. So she's always going to be good TV for that reason, but I don't see her coming back. And I love Mariah, to be clear. And I love Mariah when her and Quad was friends. I did not like when they fell out of being friends. And then I didn't like the way she's another one that is very venomous and then will turn around and be a victim. Because, when she turns her mouth a little bit when she cries, that little mouth up. But I like looking at her. I ain't gonna lie. I like looking at her. I like her skin complexion, the way that the way her hair and her skin complexion goes together, the way she dressed, the way that she married into her husband and his culture. She, embodies that. I like all of that. So she was good TV for me. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I don't think there will be a lot of different changes that would need to take place in order to see that happen. I just don't see that being feasible at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all. That's all I really got. We get I feel like lesser and lesser bits of the medicine part of things each season. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe we need more medicine and less mess.
Well, if we're gonna do that, then a lot of people should stop saying, "Well, that they're not part of the medicine," and it's like they're not even showing us that part of it. We're really just doing trips and trying to see the sisterhood and the brotherhood and see how it works out. They don't really show the women in the doctor's office. We did get to see the Bratton and Judy. I think was that Dr. Jackie's patients, but we haven't been really seen too much of the patients.
Yeah, I don't know. We shall see, y'all. But we got one more part coming up. This final part 3 to round things off. I can't wait to see what it gives. I again was thoroughly satisfied with this part. I'll probably give it like an 8.5. Yeah, like an 8.5 out of 10. Y'all let us know in the comments what you would rate it.
Yeah, I am definitely happy that Damon did hold Greg's feet to the fire. I enjoyed that out of that whole scene. Of course, we always like the drama, but when you look at the meat and potatoes of the whole episode, I think the takeaway for me is watching Dr. Damon and Greg and him try to squirm out of saying wasn't what he was trying to do with his patients when it literally was. And I like the way Dr. Damon doesn't raise his voice. In fact, he's cussed and don't really cuss. All of those things to me was like, okay. So I enjoyed that part of it. Like that was like out
Yeah,
of out of everything, I think that was the part that I enjoyed the most. And of course, I don't really like to see women getting in each other's faces and arguing and fussing and fighting and doing all that. But if it had to take all that to get to the meat and the potatoes of what's going on with Simone hating on Quad so tough, then that's what it had to be.
that part. I feel the exact same way. So y'all let us know in the comments how you felt about this. Whatever your favorite part is, what you would rate it, all the different things. This part as well, I agree with.
Yes,
Hey, hey,
absolutely.
hey. I can't believe Dr. Gregory really performed that song because he's obsessed.
Karan,
His
welcome, Karan. Thank you for coming. And that's just sickening that they're gonna make him play him do this. Oh God.
they it's just I never want to hear that again. But
And then he changed his clothes and everything. What does he got?
he should have changed those clothes because he looked a mess
He
on
looked a hot mess. And I don't want to see his socks.
his.
Like literally.
There's no reason why there's the big this much of it. I meant to get that's what I knew I forgot to do something. I'm gonna get the picture
Because
next.
you think so much alike.
Him sitting on that couch was not
And
okay.
his pants leg up here, his leg here, and then his sock here. I said, Dr. G, your leg ain't even that long. Why am I looking at all of this? Why am I seeing this? Why is all this on my screen? Why is your shin on my screen, shin boy?
He doesn't even know, but I'll make sure to bring y'all a visual of that next week. But yeah, y'all. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of the things. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Shout out to everybody who was in the chat.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming to watch us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for having me, Barb. Thank you for guest hosting again. Thank you, I appreciate it, and I'll be back again one more again, y'all, for the part 3.
Of course. Bye, y'all.